What is happening, fishing friends? Welcome to another episode. I originally filmed the intro out on the water, but this video changed into something different. I was going to throw just one spinnerbait, but I switched it up. We've got two colors, the red spinnerbait versus the white. Is there a clear winner? Is one going to catch more? After I started fishing, I thought, you know what? Let's switch to a different color and see if it really makes a difference. And that's what I did. So, enough yapping. Let's see which one. Oh, yeah. That's a good fish. On the red spinnerbait, huh? It's a good little fish. All right. How about that, huh? Had a cold front come through. I wonder if he was even worth going out, but it's a weekend, all the time I got. A little £1.5 on it. Golly, he was stuck too. All right, there we go. First one of the day, a little £1.5, dude. On the red spinnerbait with a couple Colorado blades. All right. There we go. Look at that. The other day, caught a couple on the chatterbait. I think only got one on video. Today, starting out catching one on the spinnerbait. Okay. I was hoping with all this wind, maybe a little dirtied up water, we might get on a little bit of a spinnerbait to them. 80 yesterday, and it's 48 right now. Not ideal. Oh, that's another fish. I thought that was grass. Hey-o! On a day that I wasn't even sure if it'd be worth it. Look at that. Got pink lipstick on. It's all cold out. Please tell me I'm recording. Thank goodness. Yo. Yeah, I'd say he was looking for that. Oh man. Another. Again, on one of those days where I'm like, should I even go out? It's cold, big old cold front. They're eating. It's cold, but they're eating. Third one. On that baby right there. Double Colorado. Booyah Covert. That's with the red, I forget what color that is. Flamethrower maybe? From Missile Baits, the Shockwave, that little paddle tail. Like that, it's not too overbearing. Got some red and orange on that spinnerbait. Oh, all right. Yes. Thought I felt one tap it there. I think he hit the blades first. All right. Red spinner strikes again. Another one over £1.5. I'll take them all day like that, baby. All day. That is fun. Man, it is chilly and windy as heck out. But the spinnerbait, slow rolling that baby, bunch of flash, some good thump to it, and red. Again, I don't really throw the red unless it's spring, so it works. I don't know if it's just a color thing, if it's warming up, if they would be eating something else. I almost need to switch and see like a white chartreuse, but I'm catching them. I've been waiting to catch open water fish. I don't want to switch. Yeah, hit it and came back. It feels better. Is he in something? Oh God, he's dogging me all the way over there. Oh yeah, good fish. Okay, so I wondered, is it a color thing? Is it just because it's this? Well, he hit it twice, hit it once and came back. He's over 2, a little bit over. Chunky little guy. All right, another one over 2 for the day. Some 2-pounders, £1.5ers, a little pounder. Okay, so I switched over to the white blue chartreuse. I wanted just white and chartreuse, or white, but I didn't have that. I wanted to stick with the Colorado blades. So I guess then the question becomes, was it really the color? Was it really the red, or is it because it's got good flash and vibration on it? It's just because it's a spinnerbait. Oh man, something smoked it right there. What was that? Got him 3 times right there. Right on a little drop off or something. Popped off right as I got him up. Oh no, that's slime. Okay, 3rd time was a charm. He was sitting right out there. Thumped it a couple times. White blue chartreuse with a kind of a goby-ish hog farmer spunk shad trailer. Gold and a silver blade. Maybe it's just a spinnerbait day. Maybe they don't care as much about the color. They like that flash and vibration. Of course, curse of the dead battery. Battery died halfway through that cast, and I said, how much you want to bet? I'm going to catch one. Of course, there we go. Another little 1.25 dude. But on the spinnerbait, so they're all fun. Because dang it, it's spinnerbait fishing. One more on the tally. I love it. I absolutely love it. So the question is it just the slow thump and flash? I don't know. What do y'all think? I thought, you know, maybe it's a red deal. I thought maybe I wasn't even going to get any on this. That's a couple, what, 2, 3 on the white blue chartreuse. And I am just dog slow reeling this. I'm throwing it out, letting it sink for about 4 or 5 seconds. I'm not fishing super deep. It's only 5 to 8 feet around in here. Letting it sink and then just slow reeling it, creeping this thing. It's kind of a fine line because I can't let it get too far down there and all that green slime and stuff. Been a lot of picking that out today, but you have to get down to it. They don't want it up and fast. They want it down right over that stuff. I think I just grabbed some right there. And that's the stuff I'm talking about, this slimy, green, mossy, gross stuff on the bottom. So you can't get too far down there, else you get caught all up in that. There's one. Another on the spinnerbait. I just messaged Baxter the bait man the other day saying, man, we need to make spinnerbaits fun again. He said, well, Debo, to me and you, they were never not fun. Another decent fish. Oh, it looked longer. Longer and skinnier, I guess. Another 1.25 pound, 1.5 or something like that. I'll take it. Bunch of fun, man. I absolutely love it. People that don't like the old spinnerbait, some people say it's a waste. Don't even throw it. Chatterbait's better in every single way. Well, except you can modify the spinnerbait to have different blades. It's got a whole different thump and sound to it. Slow rolling this over this stuff really seems to be the deal in here. And it's got to be slow down there on the bottom. I've tried mixing it up, going a little bit faster and stuff, thinking, well, maybe I'm going too slow. I'd catch more if I was, you know, going faster and popping it, that kind of stuff. Nope. They want it slow, ticking over whatever old dead stuff is down there, any sort of wood or anything that I come around, they want it just slow, bopping over that. Of course, that's how it goes. I ran out of time on my card because I didn't switch out. 3-pounder. Best one of the day. Thumped it. Still out here fishing, even though the vid is done because I have to walk quite a ways to get a new memory card. So I figured, hey, I'm just going to keep fishing. 3-pounder. I'll take it. All right, fishing friends, so there you have it. The red spinnerbait versus the white chartreuse. I'll leave everything linked down below. Again, I've got links to the rod reel. I'm going to talk about all that. Anytime you use those links, a little bit comes back to help the channel, so I appreciate it. But red spinnerbait versus white, does it make a difference? You know, the red color is something I've totally believed in with the lipless crankbait. People said it forever, didn't believe it. Finally had an amazing day, I don't know, 5-6 years ago on it, and I've thrown the red lipless ever since. I'll be honest that I don't adventure out into a bunch of the other red stuff early spring, like a red chatterbait. This is the big blade chatterbait. I'm going to tie this on and throw it. Maybe a swim jig. Maybe they don't even want all that vibration. Maybe some plastics. I have not messed with all this enough. A couple red crankbaits here and there, but really not much. So I think what I'm going to do this weekend, Chris and I are going to go out on the kayaks. I might throw all red stuff, plastics, worms, spinnerbaits, all that, and have him throw everything that's not red and see who catches more. But anyway, with today's video, the white and the red spinnerbaits, I ended up tying the red one back on. I ran out of time on my memory card. I forgot that the first time that I went out, I'd already put that time on the memory card, so it ran out. I didn't bring the rest of them with me in my truck. So Went back out because it was such a good fishing day, super windy. I had clouds all over. It's like your stereotypical, this is like the best time to throw a spinnerbait everybody, you know, talks about. That was the day, and it really was. So it was pretty even. Red spinnerbait versus that white one. The only difference was I did catch that 3-pounder, which you saw there at the end. My GoPro wasn't going, but I had to get that one. It was the biggest of the day on the white one. So what do you think was the difference? Would they have ate anything? Any color? I don't know. They both caught about the same number. I think I ended up catching like 8 on each, if I remember correctly. The white one did catch more. The red one had that missile baits, the Shockwave, the paddle tail on it as a trailer. Bright reddish, you know, orange colors. The white spinnerbait, both of them Colorado blades. The white one had the Hog Farmer Spunk Shad, so just a straight tail trailer on it. The combo, spinnerbait combo. I am absolutely loving this rod. This is the Cash and Core 7.3 fast, medium heavy, rated for 3/8 ounce to 1 ounce lure. This thing feels so darn good in hand. If you've not tried any of the Cash and rods, obviously I'm going to partner up with them and do some stuff this year, but I've had a couple. I had another one of the Core cranking rods. I had one of the old yellow ones, and then the Chatterbait Icon rod. They've all been solid. I'm liking the Elements, getting to test those out, the new ones, but this for spinnerbaits, it's actually, I know that's going to be upside down for you, worm and jig, but it works perfectly as a spinnerbait. I've thrown chatterbaits on it. A great little kind of do-it-all rod if you're looking for something that, you know, you can be a multi-purpose rod. So really liking that one. Also the reel that y'all just saw, that Gravity G2, putting that to use. So far has been really good, and actually is a pretty dang good caster at $100. I'm gonna have to do a casting test video with this and some of the other $100 entries to see where it lands, but throwing that out in the wind all day, I didn't have a single issue tossing the spinnerbaits. So that's the setup. Some 15-pound. I ended up switching this over 15-pound P-line tactical. That's usually my go-to for everything. I was messing with some other lines and stuff, but you know, the big thing that I found with those fish eating it was it had to be right above that vegetation. There was a little bit good stuff growing, a lot of the slimy stuff already in the pond already, which surprised me, but dead vegetation down there too, and they seem to be right either on top of that or in it, because if I was way up with my spinnerbait, I was not getting bit. Didn't matter where I was at. But once I started hitting some of that vegetation, ticking it, going along that, almost getting caught up in it and having to pop it a little bit, that's the only spot I caught the fish. So weren't, you know, up high in the water column, still very much down toward the bottom. As I said at the beginning, there was a cold front that came through. I think we were 80 degrees like 2 days before that. And then it was down to like 50. I think when I went out, 40s, 50, something like that. So it was a day I almost didn't go out, cold, windy, but as you can see, if you don't go out, you can't catch them. So that was a day I caught a bunch of fish, had a lot of fun, trying to make the spinnerbait fun again. But again, color, how much does it matter? I think sometimes we think about it too much. We put, you know, too much faith into, oh, this is the magical color I found. Whereas, you know, like let's say I'm flipping and pitching, or, you know, picking apart trees with plastic. An all black one will probably do just as good as a very dark green pumpkin versus black and purple versus black and red. A lot of times I think it's just where you put that bait. And that day I felt like I could have probably used a few different colors. And as long as I was hitting right at the tops of that stuff, that's where I was getting bit with both of them. So I don't know. Comment below and let me know your thoughts on that. Have you ever had a day like that where you feel like color just doesn't really matter? It's more about where you're getting that bait specifically, or how you're fishing it, some other sort of you know, variable that we always, you know, try to weigh out to see what's catching the fish. But that, I've also got the red only challenge coming up. There's been a couple people ask me to do that. And today's subscribe fishing friend is going to be Manny9330. Always leave a comment no matter how old the video is. I noticed he's been watching a whole bunch of old stuff, commenting on all of them. So Manny, thank you. Anybody else that's going back and watching the old library DEBO stuff, there's some of those old videos that are pretty tough to watch. Production has definitely gotten, wouldn't say better-ish, kinda, but some of those are pretty tough to watch of old DEBO. Long-haired DEBO, skinny DEBO. Man, hey, we've had different iterations, but the thing is, I'm still here. Y'all are still watching me. I appreciate the heck out of y'all for continuing to support me. I wouldn't do it if it wasn't for all of you. So, love you. I got to get to editing. Thanks for watching, and until next time.